Well, good morning. My name is Jake Miller. I'm the Groups Director and Stewardship Director here at Catalyst, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to sit down with my good friend Gary Walajtys. Gary's got a really cool story to share, so I want to give him the opportunity to share that with you now. Gary, thanks for taking some time to hang out with us this morning. Listen, man, the whole premise behind this morning is how far we've come, and since you've come to Catalyst, I've had an opportunity to get to know you in a small group setting. You and I have become good friends, and I've seen a lot of great things happen in your life, so I'd love for you just to take a few minutes and share with everybody what's happened in your life.
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say Catalyst has been an incredible experience for me personally, as well as for my wife and my two children. One of the things that I think is important in life is when you have passion. And what I see at Catalyst is a lot of passion. And when my family can come and be in what we call an irresistible environment, and we can hear a message from Jesus Christ and communicate it in such a way that it makes a big difference in our lives on a daily basis, I just don't know where else you get that. And that's why we're excited to come to Catalyst every morning. Certainly my kids, my kids, they beg me to take them to Catalyst. I've got a 4-year-old who's in Wambaland, and I've got a 6-year-old in Upstreet, and it's amazing some of the things that they'll say and do. And to me, when I can bring my family into that environment and it makes a difference in our lives every day, it's heartwarming.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible. You know, one of the things that we've been trying to do at Catalyst is really partner with some organizations in the community. And one of those I know is very near and dear to your heart. It's actually where we are right now. It's called the Frazee Dream Center. And you've actually really gotten involved, and I'd love for you to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of strange how God works in mysterious ways at times. And the idea of coming to Frazee was introduced to me in small group. Had no idea who this group was, where it was at. And then it was explained to me that there's a gentleman who was ministering to under-resourced children in the area. These are children that are free or reduced lunch. And the incredible thing to me is that they're right there in that Hampton-Pinckney area. And that's less than a quarter mile from Catalyst. And so here it is, there's something like 3,300 kids that are free or reduced lunch, and they just don't have a lot of the things that you and I take for granted. When we talk about thanking God on a daily basis for the blessings we have, you get humbled very quickly when you get around a great group of children like this that are looking for something, for someone to make a difference in their lives. And I grew up in Detroit. It's a very challenged city. I read the paper every day from Detroit, and I just keep wishing and hoping that there's some type of leadership that can help move that city forward. And then all of a sudden I see a similar group here at the Frazee Center, and it's just unbelievable that the director, Matt Reeves, is making in their lives. And I just showed up one day to just be a tutor, and the kids from day one just grabbed me. Yeah. I mean, I walked in and I had 2 or 3 kids come right up to me, ask me if I was volunteering, and they just basically wrapped their arms around me. These are kids that have, typically a single parent, and they don't have the resources and the examples at home that Matt's trying to give them at the Frazee Center. It's just an incredible program.
Yeah, well, Gary, I know they love you a lot here, and when we ask our volunteers to participate in these things, we have a certain expectation, but you've certainly gone above and beyond and farther than any expectation we would have ever had. You've actually got an event coming up this week, and I would love for you to take a couple of minutes and talk about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this happened. Again, there's great stories out there, and all of a sudden I've kind of become part of the story. Again, I just showed up on a weekly basis just to become a tutor, and I think that I was so excited and so rewarded by working with these kids. I mean, again, it's something that's just so tangible. Every day you see it on their faces. These kids want to be there. They want to do these great things in life. And there's so many things we take for granted that they get to experience at the Frazee Center that they never would experience otherwise. Because of my passion that I have for the Frazee Center and what Matt's doing down there, I just mentioned this to some of my friends at Frito-Lay. I've got some of my friends at Frito-Lay not only wanting to volunteer and come down. I've got people in my family doing this, but I mentioned it, and we've got a big group of 150 Frito-Lay folks coming in town on November 7th next week. And so all of a sudden we talked about doing a service project. And somebody said, well, does anybody know a place we can do a service project in Greenville? And I said, yeah, we can do one at the Frazee Center. And once I explained what was going on at the Frazee Center, they jumped all over it. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to take the kids out to the Hyatt or the Hilton right downtown where we're having our dinner. We're going to bring the kids there. They're going to have dinner with us. We're going to recognize their hard work tell them how much they really encourage us. And as a reward for them, we're going to go ahead and actually, Frito-Lay's already done it, we've purchased padding for the gym walls, which we're going to install. That's going to be a big surprise for the kids. We're going to do Lego sets, and we're also going to build Thanksgiving baskets with the kids, which we're going to distribute through the Frazee Center into the community. So we're going to do 250 Thanksgiving baskets for the community here. And it's certainly one of the most rewarding things I've ever been involved in my life. And I've got the region vice president who is just, he's all over this, and everybody's fired up.
That's incredible, Gary. Well, thank you so much for taking some time. It's evident that God has really been working in your life, and I really appreciate you taking the time to share it.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Ben.